Welcome to the Influencer Podcast, your go-to hub for influencer marketing, e-commerce, and affiliate strategies. Follow us to uncover success stories, expert advice, and practical insights to elevate your brand. This is the Influencer Podcast, your guide to mastering influence and transforming your business. Stay tuned.
All right, so you're ready to find some seriously awesome dropshipping suppliers for your e-commerce business. And I think this deep dive is going to be a game changer. We're going to be looking at two fantastic guides, 14 best dropshipping suppliers in 2025. That's from Shopify. And dropshipping success, how to find reputable suppliers. And that's from Post.
Yeah, and just a quick reminder, dropshipping basically means that you're selling stuff online. But you don't actually keep any of the products yourself. You have a supplier who stores and ships directly to the customer.
Yeah, you're like the mastermind, behind the whole storefront. You're the marketing whiz, and you're amazing at customer service. But before we get to all the cool stuff, would you mind just giving us like a super fast recap of those basic dropshipping ideas, just so everyone listening is totally up to speed?
Of course. So the simplest way to explain it is you find a product you want to sell, and then you list it in your online store. Then when someone buys something, you send that order straight to your dropshipping supplier. They handle the whole packaging and shipping thing. And it all goes out with your brand's name on it.
That means low startup costs.
Yeah.
You don't need a giant warehouse stuffed with products.
Mm-hmm.
And you can really scale things up without stressing about storage space. But I'm guessing there might be a couple of downsides too.
Oh, definitely. Dropshipping gives you a ton of flexibility, but it does mean you're kind of putting your brand's reputation in the hands of your supplier. If they make a mistake, your customers are going to blame you, not them. So yeah, finding trustworthy suppliers, that's really the secret sauce to making dropshipping work.
Okay, that totally makes sense. So let's dive into how to find those incredible suppliers. Shopify's article points out 14 of the top suppliers for 2025, including big names like AliExpress. I bet you've heard of them, right?
Yeah, and it's not just these massive marketplaces like AliExpress. You also have dropshipping apps like Zendrop. They're made to link directly to your online store. It's almost like having a personal assistant for all the nitty-gritty parts of order fulfillment.
Hold on. So what's the main difference between a directory like AliExpress and an app like Zendrop? They both connect to your online store, don't they?
Great question. Think of a directory kind of like a huge shopping mall. It's got loads of different suppliers with their own little shops. You have to browse around, contact individual suppliers, and deal with all your orders manually. But an app like Zendrop, that's more like a VIP service, it connects right into your store, automates the order processing, and often throws in some extra perks like faster shipping.
Gotcha. So if you're after a smooth experience, especially if you're just starting out, an app might be the way to go. But I'm guessing each directory and app has its own quirks. Like, say you wanted to find eco-friendly pet products. Which one would be best for that?
Exactly. If you're working specifically with AliExpress de-essers, is a great choice. It helps you compare different suppliers and manage all those orders more smoothly. Then there's Spocket. They focus on high-quality products with faster shipping. They're mainly from the US and Europe. And if you're into independent brands and those one-of-a-kind handcrafted things, then Modelist is the place to be.
Okay, so it's all about finding the perfect platform for what you need. Gotta be honest, sometimes all these choices make my head spin. How can we be sure we're not falling into some dropshipping trap?
That's where Post's article really shines. They've got some seriously smart advice on spotting those warning signs. You know, the ones that scream, stay away from this supplier. For example, did you know that a legit dropshipping supplier should never charge you a monthly fee?
Seriously? See, this is why these deep dives are so awesome. I totally would have thought a monthly fee was normal. Why is that a bad sign?
Well, think about it. The supplier makes their profit from the difference between their wholesale price and your retail price. They make more money when you sell more products. So tacking on a monthly fee on top of that just eats into your profit margins, and it doesn't really help them in the long run.
That's a great point. So if a supplier is hitting you up for a monthly fee, it could be that they're more interested in making a quick buck off of you than actually building a good partnership. It's almost like they're taking advantage of newbie dropshippers who don't know any better. What other red flags should we be watching out for?
Let's see. Be careful of suppliers who are advertising wholesale prices to everyone. If anyone can get those so-called wholesale prices, you're not really getting a real wholesale deal as a retailer, which means making a profit is going to be tough. A good supplier understands the difference between retail and wholesale pricing, and they set their prices the right way.
Yeah, like if they're offering a wholesale price to someone who's just buying one thing for themselves, that's a major red flag. It's like they're not even trying to hide it.
And here's another one. Watch out for suppliers who have crazy high minimum order quantities. The whole point of dropshipping is to avoid keeping tons of inventory, right? If a supplier is forcing you to buy a huge amount up front, you're stuck with a pile of stuff if it doesn't sell, and that totally defeats the purpose of dropshipping.
Okay, this is all starting to make sense. So we've got our list of potential suppliers, and we know how to spot the shady ones. But how do we actually go about finding those hidden gems, the suppliers who are going to be our dropshipping best friends?
Oh, that's where things get really exciting. Both Shopify and Maripost have some clever strategies for finding those perfect matches.
Okay, lay it on me.
One option, and it might seem obvious, is to go straight to the manufacturers themselves. If you know exactly what type of product you want to sell, cut out the middleman. Go right to the source.
Love it. It's all about building those direct relationships. But what if you're not sure where to start? What if you need to cast a wider net?
Well, good old Google search can still be super effective, especially if you use the right keywords. Think distributor, reseller, bulk, warehouse, even just plain supplier.
So we're basically dropshipping detectives, using our Google skills to uncover those suppliers who maybe aren't advertising everywhere, but are still doing great business. What else have you got?
Now, this one might sound a little sneaky, but Maripost suggests checking out what your competitors are doing. You don't need to go on a crazy shopping spree, but strategically ordering a few things can tell you a lot.
Oh, you mean order stuff from our rivals?
Think of it as research. A lot of times the supplier's info is right there on the packaging. It's a way to see who the big players in your niche are working with. And of course, if you have the budget attending industry, trade shows is an amazing way to connect with suppliers in person.
So we've looked at the directories. We know how to avoid those red flags. We've got our detective hats on. And we're ready to network at trade shows. This is fantastic. I have a feeling there's more to this supplier relationship thing than just finding the right name. Am I right?
You are absolutely right. It's not just about checking off boxes. It's about building a real partnership, one that sets you up for success in the long run.
All right, tell me more. I'm ready to hear all about it. Let's keep this deep dive going.
Wish your videos could speak the world's language? Imagine your videos breaking through language barriers and reaching billions more people who speak over 200 languages different from yours. Whether you're a brand, influencer, or podcaster,
Sé per te è importante quanto per If smelling good 24 hours. Si pour toi il est aussi important. Si para ti es tan importante como para mí oler rico 24 horas.
language shouldn't hold you back from reaching larger audiences. Create a video and distribute it in 200+ languages. How does that sound? Our AI-powered video translation makes it possible with just a click. So why limit your reach? Work smarter. Create one video and turn it into 200+ localized versions.
Horas al día. Tengo que recomendarte Cleansen.
Whether you're a business expanding globally, an influencer connecting with diverse followers, or a YouTuber growing your channel, one thing is clear. Language barriers are a thing of the past. With just a few clicks, you can translate your videos into multiple languages,
Would you like me to translate that?
instantly connecting with audiences worldwide. It's simple. Upload your video. Choose the languages to translate to. Let our AI work its magic. In minutes, your video will be transformed with accurate tone, voice, subtitles, and even voiceover options, ready to captivate audiences in any language.
Last a very long time on your body. There are fragrances for both.
Don't wait. The world is watching. Join thousands of businesses, influencers, and content creators who trust our AI to take their content to a global stage. It's time to start
so
up.
we've got all these
Brand ID
potential
is your
dropshipping
digital hub.
partners. How do we make sure they're not just good in theory,
Yeah.
but actually fantastic to work with over time?
That is the big question. Maripost really emphasized this idea of collaboration. And that really stuck with me. It's not just about sending orders and crossing your fingers. It's about actively building a partnership.
Okay, I like where this is going. But how does that work in real life? What kind of collaboration are we talking about?
Imagine it like a dance. You and the supplier both need to be in sync. You're communicating openly, sharing feedback, even working together to solve problems. And this is especially important when it comes to quality control. Maripost really stressed how crucial that is.
Oh, yeah, totally. If a customer gets a product that's messed up, or something that doesn't match the description, that looks bad on me, the store owner, even if it's technically the supplier's fault.
Exactly. A supplier who cares about quality control We'll have systems in place to check products, make sure they're packaged right, and that they meet the standards you've set for your brand.
So it's not about just blindly trusting them. It's about knowing they have processes in place to guarantee those products are top-notch
Yeah.
before they ever leave their warehouse. I'm also curious about this whole idea of preferential treatment. Does that actually happen in the dropshipping world?
Oh, yeah, definitely. When you've got a good relationship with a supplier, you might get faster processing times on your orders, maybe even early access to new products, or exclusive deals just for you.
Whoa, so it's like leveling up in the dropshipping game.
Yeah.
Unlocking secret perks that give you an edge over the competition. I can see how that would be
Yeah.
super valuable, especially as your business grows.
It's a win-win for both sides. They win by having a reliable and consistent customer, and you win by getting that extra level of support and attention, which can make all the difference.
All right, so we're talking clear communication. We're seeing good quality control measures, maybe even snagging some VIP treatment. But let's talk about the heart of any good relationship. Trust. How do we know we can really trust a supplier?
Yeah.
Especially online where everything can feel a little impersonal.
Trust, that's the foundation, and it's something you earn over time. Through constant communication, being reliable, and genuinely going above and beyond, when you trust your supplier, you can focus on what you do best. Building your brand, marketing your products, creating an amazing customer experience. You don't have to constantly worry about whether orders are being filled correctly.
Yeah, it's about knowing you have a solid team behind you, taking care of all the logistics so you can concentrate on the big picture. I'm all about delegating and letting the experts do their thing.
Absolutely, and that peace of mind, it's priceless. It gives you the freedom to be more creative, more strategic, and ultimately more successful.
This is all fantastic advice. We've talked a lot about what to look for in a supplier. But I'm wondering, is there anything we can do as retailers to make ourselves more appealing to those top-tier suppliers? What can we bring to the table to show them we're serious about this partnership?
That's a great question. First of all, be organized and professional. Have your online store set up correctly. Make sure your product listings are clear and accurate. And have systems in place to process orders quickly and smoothly.
So basically, don't be a hot mess.
Right. Demonstrating that you're professional makes a big difference. And here's a pro tip, show the supplier that you care about their success too.
Ooh, I like that. How do we do that?
It could be something as simple as promoting their products well, giving them valuable feedback from your customers, or even looking into doing joint marketing campaigns.
Ah, I see. It's a true collaboration. We're both working towards growth and making money together, not just looking out for ourselves.
Exactly. Remember, the best drop shipping relationships, the ones that are most successful and rewarding, are built on mutual respect, shared values, and that win-win attitude.
This is all amazing advice. But let's be honest for a second. Not every supplier relationship is going to be a perfect match, right?
Of course not. And it's important to remember that it's okay to move on if things aren't working out. Your business deserves a supplier who's on the same page as you, who shares your vision and values. And sometimes that means making tough choices.
So how do we know when it's time to say, see you later, to a supplier? What are some of those red flags that tell us trouble is brewing?
One big red flag is when communication starts breaking down consistently. If you're struggling to get information, or having trouble resolving issues, or if you just feel like you're not being heard, that's a sign that something's wrong.
Yeah, I get that. It's like that gut feeling you get when you know the communication is just off. And it's probably not going to get any better. Are there any other red flags we should be aware of?
Absolutely. A sudden drop in product quality, or a spike in customer complaints about the supplier's products, could mean things are starting to slip. And of course, if a supplier keeps breaking their promises, whether it's about shipping times, product availability, or anything else, that's a clear sign that it might be time to rethink the relationship.
Okay, that makes perfect sense.
Looking to connect with your audience and make your product go viral? Meet Ainfluencer.com, the end-to-end marketplace that connects you with over 1 million Instagram and TikTok influencers for free. With no subscriptions or fees, Ainfluencer.com makes it easy to find the perfect collaboration partners for your brand instantly. Its AI-powered system does the heavy lifting, matching you with influencers based on niche, demographics, past performance, and engagement. Start your campaign directly from your Ainfluencer dashboard or your Shopify store in seconds. Manage everything from inviting influencers and negotiating deals to secure payments and performance analytics all in one place. Handle influencer-curated lists, affiliate marketing, and content creation, even translated into 200-plus languages, all without paying any platform fees. Unlimited use, forever free. Visit ainfluencer.com today and take your brand to the next level.
So we've learned how to build strong relationships with suppliers, how to recognize those warning signs, and how to make the tough decision to move on when things just aren't working. This is all so valuable. But I'm curious, is there anything else we should be keeping in mind on our dropshipping journey?
That's a great question. And it brings us to a whole new level of strategy. We've talked a lot about finding the right suppliers and building those strong relationships. But remember, those are just pieces of the puzzle.
Okay, you got me hooked. What's the missing piece? What else should we be thinking about?
This might sound a bit philosophical, but it's super important. Beyond finding those awesome suppliers, you need to ask yourself, what makes your dropshipping business unique? What sets you apart from the crowd?
Ooh, that is deep. So it's not just about the products themselves, it's about the whole experience you create around them, right?
Exactly. There are tons of dropshipping businesses out there. What will make yours stand out? What will make people choose you over everyone else?
Wow, you're really giving me something to think about. So it's like we're building a brand, not just a store.
Precisely. And that brand needs a strong identity, a clear voice, and a compelling story.
I'm starting to get the big picture now. It's about creating a whole experience that connects with our target audience.
Yeah.
And makes them feel like they're part of something special.
Exactly. And that's what really separates the successful dropshippers.
This has been an incredible deep dive. I feel like we've uncovered so many amazing insights. But I know there's more to come, right? What else do you have planned for us?
You bet. In part 3, we're going to get even more practical. We'll explore specific examples of successful dropshipping businesses and draw inspiration from real-world case studies. Get ready for some serious aha moments.
I can't wait. This is making me so excited to take my dropshipping business to the next level.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready for those inspiring dropshipping success stories. You know, the ones that are totally killing it.
All right, let's start with one you might already know, Fashion Nova. They've built a billion-dollar fashion empire using dropshipping.
Wait, $1 billion? Seriously? That's insane. What's their secret? I'm guessing it's not just about finding cool clothes. There's got to be something more to it.
You got it. They're amazing at spotting trends early on, getting those trendy products into their online store super fast, and then using the power of social media influencers to create massive hype.
So it's like they've tapped into that I need this right now feeling. They're making people feel like they got to buy it before it's gone.
Exactly. And their dropshipping suppliers, they're the unsung heroes behind that lightning fast fulfillment. If they didn't have reliable suppliers who can keep up with that pace, their whole business model would fall apart.
That makes total sense. Okay, so Fashion Nova is all about speed and staying on top of trends. But what about a drop shipping business that's a little more, niche, like that unique value proposition we talked about earlier?
Great point. Let's take a look at Meowingtons. It's an online store that's completely dedicated to cats. Cat toys, cat beds, cat-themed clothes, you name it, they've got it.
Ooh, now you're talking. I love that they've zeroed in on such a specific audience.
Yeah.
They've basically become the go-to place for cat lovers everywhere.
Right. They've built a strong brand identity by catering to this passionate community. And their dropshipping model lets them offer a huge variety of products without the hassle of managing a ton of inventory.
Yeah, that flexibility has got to be so valuable. They can try out new products, see what their audience goes crazy for, and quickly adapt to any changes in, feline fashion.
Exactly. Okay, for our last case study, let's switch gears completely. Let's talk about Warby Parker. Now, they're not strictly a dropshipping business, but they use parts of the dropshipping model to streamline their fulfillment process.
Oh, I love Warby Parker. Their glasses are so stylish, and that whole try before you buy thing is genius. But how does dropshipping fit into all of that?
Well, they revolutionized the eyewear industry by making it super easy and affordable to find the perfect pair of glasses. And even though they have their own stores, they also work with a bunch of partners to handle some of the fulfillment and logistics, which is kind of like the dropshipping model.
So they found a way to combine the convenience of online shopping with that personal touch you get from a traditional store. It's like the best of both worlds.
Exactly. These examples just go to show there are so many different ways to approach dropshipping. The key is to find what works best for your products and the people you're selling to.
I'm so inspired right now. It's incredible to see how these businesses have taken this model and made it their own. So what are the main things you want our listeners to remember?
First, finding trustworthy dropshipping suppliers is super important, but it's just the beginning. If you really want to succeed in this competitive world, you need to figure out what makes you unique, build a strong brand, and create an amazing experience for your customers.
I love that. It's about so much more than just getting products from one place to another. It's about building a business with heart and soul and a little bit of dropshipping magic.
Well said. It's been a pleasure diving deep into this with you and our listeners today. I hope this is giving you some fresh ideas and the confidence to take your dropshipping business to the next level.
It definitely has for me. And remember, finding those incredible suppliers is just the first step. The real magic happens when you combine that with a clear vision, a strong brand, and a commitment to creating something truly amazing for your customers.
And never stop learning, experimenting, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible with dropshipping.
Couldn't agree more. Happy dropshipping, everyone.
Are you an influencer looking to land more deals and grow your income? Meet Ainfluencer.com, the free marketplace connecting you with thousands of brands on Instagram and TikTok. With no fees, subscriptions, or hidden costs, Ainfluencer.com is built to help you succeed. You keep 80% of every deal, and we handle the rest, from secure payments to resolving any disputes. Our AI-powered system matches you with the perfect campaigns based on your niche, audience, and engagement. Simply create a profile, showcase your work, and start collaborating with top brands in minutes. From paid posts and affiliate deals to content creation opportunities, Ainfluencer lets you manage it all in one place. And with tools to track your performance and build your reputation, you'll always stay ahead. Join Ainfluencer.com today and turn your creativity into profit. Free forever. Ainfluencer. Smart collaborations, endless opportunities.